Disney's latest live-action remake, The Little Mermaid, has been engulfed in controversy ever since the casting of singer Halle Bailey was announced. While Disney's remakes always get some kind of criticism from nostalgic fans, this time the backlash has been transparently racist, with all of the negativity aimed at the casting of a non-white actress to play the title character of The Little Mermaid. The film's trailer has been flooded with over 1.5 million dislikes from angry fans. Despite YouTube removing the dislike counter, the numbers are still available through an extension. The outrage is over Ariel not being portrayed by a Caucasian actress, whereas Ariel is a mermaid, a fictional species. And to show you why it doesn't even make sense to assign any specific ethnicity to an actress portraying her, let's look at the other cast of characters. Her best friend Sebastian is a red talking crab. Flounder is a yellow tropical fish. And Ursula is a purple female octopus with silver hair. So let's think about that for a minute in real life. We don't assign ethnicities to fish. We don't assign ethnicities to fictional species. These characters were created at a different time and place. Back then, there may have been racist tendencies and even financial reasons why creating white characters for white viewers was the only way to go. But we don't live in that world anymore. And if we continue to only create for one segment of the population, and all you care about is the bottom line, your bottom line is going to take a nosedive very quickly. And let's say, for argument's sake, that the financial piece is absolutely all that someone cares about or an industry cares about, then absolutely they're going to need diversity in their characters. Blacks, Latinos, and Asians watch TV too. We pay good money to go see films, to pay for these streaming services, to make sure that our children have good examples to watch on TV. So if for no other reason, the bottom line is at stake. So I think it's perfectly fine to have The Little Mermaid be portrayed by a Black woman. She could have been portrayed by a Latina woman or an Asian woman. Disney made a decision to introduce diversity into their cast of characters. And this is really a sign to come. This is the direction that the industry is going in. And kudos to them for doing this and for moving forward in that direction. The reality is that this is not the end. There have been Black and Latina Cinderellas. There will be more Black superheroes. There will be more Asian characters in cartoons. There will be more sitcoms and hourly dramas during prime time that have diverse cast of characters, because that's the world we live in, and we should be celebrating that. This is a good thing. So let's take a step back. Let's understand the context in which companies like Disney are making these decisions, and let's not make such a big deal over fictional characters. It would be one thing to cast a Black character for a historical figure who was obviously a white person. I wouldn't agree to that. But these are fictional species. These are animated programs. And there's absolutely no harm. And if anything, it is a celebratory opportunity to do what Disney did in their live action remake of The Little Mermaid. We saw it in House of the Dragon. We saw it in Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. and now in Disney's live action film remake of The Little Mermaid. And as a matter of fact, last night I saw Black Adam that portrays The Rock as the main character, where in the comic books, it wasn't necessarily an African-American character. But it was an amazing film, and he did an amazing job, and the theater was packed, and everyone enjoyed it and stayed in their seats up until the credits. He was the best person for the job, and it was a character that didn't have to be white or anything. It was the best person for the job. And so stay tuned, because I think this is a trend that is not going anywhere anytime soon or ever. Diversity, equity, and inclusion touches all facets of society and all of the industries that we come across. That is why it's so important to me to facilitate content like Unconscious Bias for FranklinCovery. Sharing my knowledge about Hispanic heritage, women's history, and Black History Month becomes extremely important in facilitating awareness around topics like racial sensitivity, unconscious bias, and cultural competency. And just sharing in general the importance of why it's so important to know about people around us. It's crucial in cultivating connections. We don't live in a world in a vacuum all by ourselves. By embracing the DEI space, by embracing the idea that we live in a world where there are people that are different from us, there are cultures that can contribute to everything we know and love, we can really cultivate connections with people that will help make the world a better place. This is the right thing to do, and making sure that we expand our minds, hearts, and souls into the idea of DEI is going to move us forward in ways that we didn't even realize. The bottom line is to understand what's at stake. It's so important to understand that we no longer live in a world where we can ignore the differences of society. Those differences make our society so rich, so amazing. It's what makes people want to come live and work here. They don't want to come to a place where there's only one thing. That's boring. That's why diversity in TV and films and projects that feature diverse characters are so popular. Now we have other segments of the population that see themselves in these productions. How can you say no to that? How can you not want that as part of your brands? So if you're looking for someone to really drive this point home, to talk to you about the importance of Black history, Hispanic heritage, women's history, or other types of awareness, give me a call. Email me at rs@rosannsantos.com or visit my website at rosannsantos.com. And remember, I do it all in English and Espanol. Thank you.